I think I'm hot now, so. All right. I wish my kids would respond like that. If I walked somewhere, they'd just be like, Dad's getting ready to talk. Well, good morning and welcome. This is a glorious, wonderful day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. My name is Scott Stunkel. I am a captain, the chief with the training division. It has been my honor to be the chief of these wonderful graduates this past 30 plus weeks. So today is an amazing, wonderful day. I would like to take a moment to recognize our dignitaries here. Sitting in the front row, we have number 2 for the Department of Public Safety, our Deputy Director, Sherry Brueggemann. The Colonel of the Nevada Highway Patrol is also present for her last rodeo, her last dance. She'll be departing our ranks here shortly, off to new adventures and wonderful things. The Lieutenant Colonel for the Highway Patrol, Pat Conmay, thank you for being here. Now we'll take a look at the Mages. We've got Major Jimmy Simpson, Major Natasha Koch with Parole and Probation, and Major John Dondero. Just because they're up front, let's recognize some captains. Why not? We've got Captain Blair Harkleroad, and we've got Captain Tony Roth. Thank you, guys. And sure, Matt, you're in the front row. Why not? Sergeant Matt McLaughlin. Normally, we don't recognize little sergeants, but I mean, you made it to the front row, so why not? So welcome. The graduation's a little bit different, guys, as you can imagine. As you can see us all masked up. It's a little bit smaller. There are quite a few of you, so thank you all for being here. Additionally, we are streaming this live via Facebook and YouTube. So I would just like to say, for the millions watching us via live stream, hello, welcome. Thank you for being part of this special day. At this time, if I could get everyone to please rise for the entrance of Academy Class 93.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike Edgell. I'm captain with the Nevada Department of Public Safety. I'm the deputy chief of the training division. Please remain standing for the posting of the colors by the Department of Public Safety's Honor Guard and the Pledge of Allegiance. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. At this time, we would like to ask everyone to please remain standing for the invocation by Pastor Tony Hafner.
All right. Academy 93, you have made it. All right. Now all that remains is a great career of high pay and luxurious working conditions and the love and respect of nearly every person you encounter. Now, of course, I'm being facetious, that the fact that you're here today signifies that you've sacrificed a lot already. Every scripture that I know of and every religion calls that kind of sacrifice the highest form of love one person has for another. The invocation is an invocation, a calling upon God. In this circumstance, you may wonder, why would we call on God? Some of you may not even believe in God. I reckon that if you carry this out through the rest of an entire career to retirement, that you will have prayed a couple of times, and that by then, indeed, you will believe in God. Let us pray. Mighty God, we call upon you to bless this ceremony with your presence, your power, your peace, your love. Strengthen this academy and these that graduate from it today. Put your hedge of protection around them, that as they leave this place, you go with them. Protect them, strengthen them, empower them throughout the days of their service. This is our prayer, mighty God. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Academy 93, take seats.
Good morning. I'm Sergeant Nick Montgomery, the Academy Commander for the Northern Academy. I'd like to take a minute to welcome family, friends, distinguished guests, and our online viewers to the graduation of Academy Class 93. Most importantly, I would like to be the first to congratulate Nevada's newest state police officers. On April 5th, 2021, Academy Class 93 began a life-changing journey.
Keep trying until you quit trying, So never quit, which may or may not lead to frustration, but have some faith in the process. Life isn't fair. Life throws us curveballs every chance it gets, but it is how we handle our stress that helps us through and makes us grow. And fresh perspectives allows us not to go back to what is familiar, but to view situations from a different lens. Many times you will encounter people at their worst when they need you to help them, to listen to them, to take a chance on them. So I say look forward, pay it forward. Do not fixate on the past. Just move forward. Focus on the positive and what you can control. Focus on being kind. There is no reason why we cannot be both kind and self-respecting. Fatalities, a reality for those who have chosen a career as a law enforcement officer. Though we took the oath to serve and protect, to prevent the loss of life and keep our communities safe, loss of life does occur, and dealing with it can be difficult and challenging. This is why you will need to remember to reach out for support and rely on the next two F words: friendships and family. Friendships, relationships, mentorships. I cannot stress the importance of having positive and healthy relationships in your life. Any person who is not supportive of your positive life choices and who does not build you up is toxic. Remember this. Choose your friends wisely because it makes a difference. Family is a priority. I know mine is. I have a husband and a daughter, and I'm very lucky. They are my support system. Ensure that you find a balance between your new career and your family. But from today forward, remember that you are now part of the law enforcement family, the Department of Public Safety family. We will be here to share many moments in your life, from the most beautiful to the most tragic. Family first. Your future can be anything, and they say if you can see it, you can be it. Like wind or water over stone, your new career will reshape your lives. The skills that you have learned in the past few months are invaluable. Use them. Graduates, if you can look underneath your chair, there's a little round disc. Yes, you can move. It's okay. Giving you permission. In closing, I thought it would be appropriate to circle back to the beginning. The philosophical concept of the circle of life means that we start at the end and end in the beginning, just like this disc. Basically, our lives from beginning to end resemble a complete full circle. Today is the beginning of your chapter, and in 2 short days, I will be retiring, and I'll be ending mine. So let me read a quote to you that had a profound impact on me. When she transformed into a butterfly, the caterpillar spoke not of her beauty, but of her weirdness. They wanted her to change back into what she had always been, but she couldn't. She had wings. You too have transformed, and from today forward, you will never, ever be the same. So embrace it. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Carpenter. It is customary for each graduating class to select a classmate on their behalf to speak on their behalf. At this time, I would like to introduce Cadet Trevor Bonds, who was selected by his Academy classmates to speak before you today.
Morning, everybody. My name is Trevor Bonds. I'd like to thank you all for attending today's ceremony. As we all know, it has been a long but fulfilling journey. For those who don't know me, not talking to Corporals, I'm one of the cadets of Cabin 93. My fellow cadets have chosen me to deliver an inspirational message of optimism to the Academy, and I'm here to just do that. The Academy is the most fun we never wish to have again. We all knew before going to the Academy it was not supposed to be fun. The Academy is meant to prepare us for our futures as Nevada State police officers. It taught us valuable insights and life lessons we will use throughout our careers. Like anything else in life, it had its ups and downs. So with all that being said, this is a glimpse of the life of a cadet as part of Academy Class 93. I will share some of the struggles and lessons we learned along the way, but also the laughter we shared during our experience. It all started back in April on day 1 of the Academy. At 6 in the morning, we were introduced to our Academy training staff. We were all instructed to head inside and get changed into our PT gear and be back outside in 2 minutes. Surprisingly, none of us made that time, and we all first learned right there that not working together, you're not gonna make it. If you're one of the first ones out without your team, you get a little physical incentive training to learn to wait with your team. If you're one of the last ones out, you would have to bear the weight of knowing that you let your team down. We had to learn how to coordinate and communicate with 14 other individuals who we did not know yet to achieve a common goal, even as simple as getting changed. Again, day 1, not fun slightly, but we learned and progressed. On the bright side, it set a standard for what the Academy was going to be like. Throughout this Academy, we were trained in many skills, one of which being EVOC. EVOC stands for Emergency Vehicle Operation Course. I personally never thought I'd be so scared going 35 miles an hour. We learned how to handle emergency vehicles at higher speeds, react to objects in the roadway, and how to perfect our turns and keep a stable vehicle platform. Another course we had was 1 week dedicated to active assailant training at the old Nevada State Prison. This was a very humbling experience and training to protect and save lives. This course was meant to be stressful and build teamwork and confidence as cadets and trust in one another. Another specific course we did was the Dui Wet Labs. This is where volunteers came to the Academy and got impaired. We have never seen anyone so excited going through field sobriety tests. This gave us a real-life visual of how the human body reacts to the effects of alcohol. One of the most challenging portions of the Academy was in the Advanced Academy. It was crash investigation. This was a 3-week course where cadets learned how to investigate crashes and figure out what happened to cause a crash. We learned things such as speed calculations and how to figure out the grade of a roadway, as well as verbatim definitions. Despite the hilarity of some of the moments we all shared, we formed a bond through the lessons we learned and the passion we share for serving our communities. We learned to help others in need, and that asking for help is not a weakness, but in fact a strength. I'll be honest, before I went to the academy, I thought it was just a check mark to move on to the next phase of training, but instead of the knowledge we expected to gain, we gained so much more. Like an abundance of Nevada revised statutes that we can recall from memory, word for word at this point, such as due care or the definition of a motor vehicle, we learned what it truly means to be a law enforcement officer. That in order to be a good police officer, you must first be a good person with a strong foundation built upon honesty, respect, and a strong work ethic. I think this concept is best summed up by the following quote from Sir Robert Peel, someone we at the Academy have learned to be the father of modern policing. The police are the public, and the public are the police. The police being only members of the public who are paid to give full-time attention to duties which are incumbent on every citizen in the interest of community welfare and existence, end quote. This quote means that in order to be a good law enforcement officer, you must first be a good citizen and have the best of intentions for society as a whole. Now, the person I would like to thank the most would be Trooper Zuko, because I knew if he could do the PT, I would be just fine. I'd like to thank Trooper Ryan for being our Larvell Jones throughout the academy. For those of you who do not know who he is, that's the guy in the police academy in Spaceballs that makes all the fun sound effect noises. You will never see Trooper Kremper move faster than when it's time to go home. Trooper Herrera always had a smile no matter what was going on. It was kind of annoying during the workouts when we're all struggling and he's just smiling and floating through it. Trooper Morin, he's one of the calmest and most caring cadets in the academy. He's always there to help and motivate us as our final class leader. Trooper Clow could probably stop bleeding and start breathing and tell medics what to do before he even got on scene. Trooper Dosh was voted most likely to give a warning. Trooper T. Miller had taken criminal justice prior, so he knew all the answers before they were asked. Trooper R. Miller would be able to answer any question and up to, including how many sushi places there were in Carson. Trooper McLaughlin, otherwise known as SWAT. If you want to know why, you have to ask him afterwards. Over the last 8 months of the academy, there have been challenges and trials we have faced together, but throughout the process, we have gained great colleagues and even greater friends. But of course, none of this would have been possible without the guidance and support of those who were a part of our experience as a class of '93. Our corporals are the easiest people to recognize for their key role in our training and development. With that being said, I would like to express our gratitude towards Captain Edrell, Sergeant Montgomery, Corporal Conrad, Corporal Lund, Corporal Mueller, Corporal Robledo, Officer Northington, and all the officers and troopers that volunteered their time to help mold us. And of course, the support systems we had outside of the academy through our families, friends, and peers. It was with great pleasure that I was able to be part of Academy Class 93 with all of you, and I appreciate you all for the hard work and effort you put in as a team to help make our dreams of becoming Nevada State police officers a reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Cadet Bonds. Good morning, my name is Corporal Mueller, and I will be presenting the Skills Award for Academy 93. Robert Greene said, if we experience any failures or setbacks, do not forget them because they offend our self-esteem. Instead, we reflect on them deeply, trying to figure out what went wrong and discern whether they are any patterns to our mistakes. During the training of a new police officer, a cadet must learn and master a variety of different skill sets. During Academy 93, these cadets were required to demonstrate proficiency on a multifaceted academic plateau. The knowledge includes reading NRS, constitutional law, and learning to write reports. Then there is the hands-on portion of the academy that includes firearms, emergency vehicle operations, arrest and control, active shooter response, field sobriety testing, crash investigation, crisis intervention, and much, much more. These skills are learned and mastered in the classroom and then tested through scenario-based training. Throughout the 32 weeks of Academy 93, there was one cadet that stood out above the rest. He consistently demonstrated his understanding and proficiency in each of the hand-on skills, as well as his application of law enforcement tasks in both testing and scenarios. Please welcome me in congratulating Seth Ryan for his outstanding performance. Congratulations. To present the Physical Fitness Award, I would like to introduce Corporal Tina Conrad.
Good morning. Upon entering the DPS Academy, a cadet must pass the post-physical fitness test, which is also known as a PPFT. They have to pass at entrance standards. To successfully complete the academy, they have to complete it at exit standards. These standards consist of being able to jump at least 14 inches above their reach, an agility run starting from the prone position on the ground to sprinting around an obstacle of cones in less than 19.5 seconds, a minimum of 30 sit-ups in a minute, a minimum of 23 push-ups, a 300-meter run within 68 seconds, and a 1.5-mile run within 16 minutes and 57 seconds. The cadets completed the PPFT 3 times throughout the academy with the goal of showing consistent improvement each time. To help them work on their physical conditioning, they had physical training, also known as PT sessions, which not only challenges their physical agility, but also their strength, endurance, speed, stamina, and recovery. They have done a lot of team-building physical exercises, whether it was scheduled PT or during physical re-education. They ran a little, did some circuit training, a few HIIT workouts, Tabata workouts, and worked out to a very memorable video. If you ask them about it, I'm sure they'll tell you how great their exposure was to the 1980s workout world. I would like to take a moment to recognize the only cadet who completed a challenge that consisted of running 420 miles from the beginning of their academy, April 5th, through November 1st. Clearly, he loves to run because he ran 420 miles in 205 days while attending the academy. If anyone decides to run from him, they don't have a chance. Great job, Robert Dosh. I recently came across a quote, "No goal was ever met without a little sweat." The cadet who earned the PT award has always given everything during every PT and has definitely shed a little sweat. Congratulations, Henry Herrera, on the PT award you have earned. To present the Academic Achievement Award, I would like to introduce Corporal Daniel Robledo.
All right, I'm Corporal Robledo. I wasn't with these cadets the full academy, but I saw them progress from week 10 to now. So hello family and friends of class 93. I've had the pleasure of working with this class since week 10. During the last 32 weeks, each of these new officers learned material that covered 127 different subjects. The length of these classes could last from an hour or over 40 hours. The classes include basic post-required topics, as well as pro and probation and highway patrol specific courses. These new officers were required to pass all of these classes, not just pass, but pass per academy high standards. So the new officers sitting before you have answered well over 2,000 test questions on over 35 different exams, plus they were quizzed on 147 radio codes. The tests and quizzes were just the academic portion of the academy. Let's not forget all the practical testing they were required to complete also. One of the most impressive indications of how much these cadets have learned over the last 32 weeks is the difference in averages on the DPS pre-test and the DPS post-test. The class average on the pre-test was 58%, while the class average on the Nevada post-commission test was over 92%. This accomplishment is a massive improvement and a testament to the hard work displayed by these new officers. Academy Class 93's overall grade point average was over 91%. However, we have one cadet who is graduating with honors today. With honors means they achieved an overall academic grade point average above 95%. This new officer will also be receiving the Academy 93's Academic Achievement Award. So, without further ado, please join me in congratulating the recipient of the Academic Achievement Award for Academy Class 93, Seth Ryan. I'd like to introduce Corporal Lund. He's going to be doing the Corporal's Choice Award.
Good morning. My name is Corporal Wiley Lund, and I have the pleasure of presenting the Corporal's Choice Award for the Academy Class 93. This award is given to the cadet that has demonstrated throughout the Academy the inherent and intangible qualities that make a good leader. Leadership is not just about who may be in charge. It can be as small as looking back to check on a member of a team who is not as fast, or as large as calling out a peer for improper conduct. General Powell wrote in his book, In Life and Leadership, that leaders and bosses see qualities that separate some few from the crowd. Future leaders are not chosen, but identified. One of these cadets has shown since the beginning of this academy that he has a burning desire to overcome any obstacle placed in front of him. He always seems to find the desire to motivate his classmates, seek knowledge, and has shown a general concern for the well-being of those around him. This cadet has shown that he is not afraid of a challenge. He has stepped away from his comfort zone in regard to not only his birthplace, his first language being other than English, to growing up in a large metropolitan area and choosing to serve the citizens of Nevada in a rural duty post. He has shown a passion for learning for the past 32 weeks on several levels. He displays the qualities that all of us aspire to in regard to performing his job at a high level. His dedication and drive have made him a standout from the onset of this academy. I personally wish you the best in a long and fulfilling career with the Department of Public Safety. Ladies and gentlemen, the Corporal's Choice Award for Academy Class 93 has been awarded to Henry Herrera. Sergeant Montgomery.
So now, the moments the cadets have been waiting for. At this time, I would like to invite Deputy Director of the Nevada Department of Public Safety, Sherry Brueggemann, up to administer the oath of office to Academy Class 93.
Academy 93, attend up!
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I, Sheriff Bonds, Brian Clef, Ernest Rivera,
Seth Ryan.
Timothy Mount, Ross Millers, Robert Dosh, Todd Duca, Mahale Augustine, President Harper, Brady McLeod, Seth Moore, Officer Roll, Eric Rogers, Henry Irving.
Do solemnly swear that I will support,
Do solemnly swear that I will support,
protect, and defend
protect, and defend
the Constitution and government of the United States
the Constitution and government of the United States
and the state of Nevada
and the state of Nevada
against all
division chiefs, to the representatives, and Deputy Director Brueggemann, could you please step to the table off to the side for the presentation of the badges? Family members, when your officer's name is called, we would like to invite you to come and step to the left of the stage for the pinning of the badges themselves. We've now come to what will possibly be the most memorable part of a new officer's career, the pinning of the badge. The badge pinning ceremony is a long-standing tradition in the law enforcement community. Having their badges pinned on their chest by a loved one signifies the absolute trust we are placing in that officer. The trust that you will hold yourself to a higher standard. The trust that you will always run towards danger and protect those in need. The trust that you will willingly place yourselves between our loved ones and evil without hesitation. By accepting the badge, they are pledging a promise to serve us, to place themselves in harm's way for us, to protect us, and to use the powers that we have entrusted in them justly, fairly, and ethically. Let's begin.
Academy 93, let up, hey!
Trooper Mihail Popescu. Trooper Todd Zuko. Trooper Robert Dosh. Trooper Timothy Miller. Excuse me, Trooper Ross Miller. Trooper Seth Ryan. Did I go out of order again? I apologize. Trooper Timothy Miller. Take that off. Trooper Seth Ryan. Officer Ernest Rivera III. Trooper Brian Clow. Trooper Trevor Bonds. Trooper Henry Herrera. Officer Amari Wilson. Trooper Raul Cardea. Trooper Eric Klauser. Trooper Oscar Holm. Trooper Seth Morin. Trooper Brady McLaughlin. Trooper Tristan Kremper. Thank you, Deputy Director.
Academy 93, right, and
Thank you, Deputy Director, Colonel Carpenter, Major Koch. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it is our honor to present the newest Nevada State Police officers. If I could call Pastor Tony Hafner to the stand again.
May the God of the universe be with you. Go forth from this place in the power and the love of God. Amen.
Academy 93, at ease.
I would like to take just a minute prior to issuing the final order to express my appreciation for the support we've received from the divisions, Deputy Director Brueggemann, Colonel Carpenter, and every other representative here from the divisions. Thank you to family and friends. Thank you to outside instructors. Thank you to subject matter experts, many of whom aren't here today. Thank you to our training division staff, specifically Corporal Conrad, Corporal Mueller, Corporal Lund, Corporal Robledo, Diane Siracusa, the training division's executive assistant, and Tanya Drew, the department's in-service training coordinator. Finally, Corporal Mueller, would you please do the honor of administering Academy 93's final order?
Academy